What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome into Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for being part of our Good Vibe tribe. Y'all are incredible, and we just have the most wonderful tribe in the world. I have to say it. Am I biased? Absolutely. But hey, we've got amazing humans here tuning in and hanging out with us on the Almost Daily. So today, we are actually going to be reading on new love coming in. All right. Spirit was putting this message on my heart. A lot of us are aligning with beautiful new experiences after, going through some difficult learning challenges and maybe some karmic relationships in our lives. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, bring the sound bowl. We'll call in spirit and we'll find out just who is coming towards you next. All right. Here we go. Watch your ears. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Okay, who is this next love that you've been hinting at here, Spirit? And what energy are they bringing into our lives? Let's find out. Who is this next love, Spirit? And what are they bringing in? We have the Knight of Cups. I knew it. There is love coming in. Absolutely. We have the Seven of Pentacles. What do we have here? The Ten of Swords. Okay. I can see that. Death. All right. We're just giving a little bit of a recap of where we've been, I think, here. Spirit wants to acknowledge something difficult, which, again, we were already picking up on. Okay. So right off the bat here, Spirit's not wasting any time with this message. We have the Knight of Cups coming through, which of course is the card of literally someone coming in to offer their heart to you. So this is going to be a love offer that actually means something first and foremost, okay? But there's a little bit of a twist. It's not really just about romance showing up out of nowhere, because with the Seven of Pentacles here, Spirit's saying that this is the connection that you've been waiting on, all right? The one that took time, the one that took the healing, and definitely the patience to become, to even become possible. Okay. Now we have to be so for real. Again, the Ten of Swords, it's basically saying that, Spirit's recognizing that you've already been through the ringer. Okay. This is not your first heartbreak rodeo that you've been through, right? The recent relationship. Okay. So Spirit's basically acknowledging your pain, the betrayal, the full-blown, rock bottoms that you've survived when it comes to love. And with death showing up next to it, I mean, Bestie, it's really that full-on Phoenix moment that Spirit's saying is going on here. So you're not the same person that you were in the last relationship. You have shed so many layers, so many patterns, and that heartbreak really no longer defines you. Okay. And Spirit really wants to acknowledge that here in this reading. Now, underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Cups, and I feel like that is your energy, regardless of your gender, right? Your heart is just so beautiful and so soft, but also it is stronger than ever, okay? You know your worth, you know how deep your love runs, and you're really finally magnetic to a partner who's actually going to not only value that, but match your energy, okay? So Spirit's making it very clear. The next love that's coming in is absolutely nothing like your past experiences. In fact, it's the polar opposite, okay? It's going to be tender and intentional and definitely rooted in like actual emotional fulfillment, okay? So no, Spirit's not really giving us the full who just yet, right? But the vibe is unmistakable. The next love is coming, the next love is coming in with devotion and patience and emotional maturity, okay? Something that perhaps you've never even had before, Bestie, okay? But I do want to further explore who this is going to be, because that's why I'm here, right? So who is this person that Spirit's sending? Like, how will you know it's them when they arrive, right? How will you know it's them when they arrive? Who are they sending? Okay, we have the devil, but I don't want you to freak out on that because there's something else wanting to clarify. We have the moon. So this could be a Capricorn or Pisces, right? Like, just give me a second. I don't want to freak out. We have here the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And what's at the bottom of the deck? The High Priestess. Oh, okay. We're giving a little bit of a mystery vibe. Okay, so just because we have the devil and the moon here, like I said, at first glance you might be like, oh God, here we go again. This is going to be super toxic, but Spirit is saying no, 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 no. This is different, okay? The devil here isn't really about someone chaining you down. It's about magnetic, undeniable chemistry, okay? There's going to be this kind of magnetic pull that you literally won't be able to ignore, okay? This person's going to really feel like almost like temptation in human form, okay? But not in a way that's going to really drag you back into old patterns. I just feel like there is this insanely strong pull towards them, okay? And with the moon here, there's going to be a little bit of a mystery surrounding this. So it's definitely not someone who comes in like waving this neon sign saying, hey, I'm the one. But there is going to be this like dream-like kind of almost psychic vibe when you meet them. Like you might even see them in your dreams before you meet them. Or maybe you're just feeling this intuitive nudge, right? Like your soul already knows them, okay? And here's where it gets interesting. With the Queen of Swords reversed, I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying like you're actually going to feel safe enough to let your guard down, right? You've been through the most, and so naturally, of course, you're human. You've got your BS detector up and on point, like, you know what I mean? But this is going to feel good enough for you to just kind of relax into this new love interest. Okay, we have, of course, in the past, right, you've had to keep the walls up high in order to protect yourself, and Spirit gets that. But with this person, your heart's not going to feel like it's friggin' on trial. Okay, you'll know them because you'll notice yourself, like I said, relaxing into the relationship, really softening up. And it's not because you're losing any power, okay? It's going to be because you finally feel safe enough to do that big exhale moment, right? Really, I'm picturing someone kind of, I'm picturing you like really leaning back into this person and then wrapping their arms around you like from behind, like in a very protective, safe, loving type of way. Okay, that's what I'm feeling here. And then we have this 10 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. I mean, Bestie, this is giving forever energy, right? The High Priestess is saying like, look, you need to trust your intuition because your soul is going to recognize them like basically long before your mind does. And the 10 of Pentacles, of course, it's legacy, family, long-term partnerships. This is not going to be just some kind of fling, right? This is going to be someone that you can actually like build a life with, like a life partner, right? So overall, what we're getting so far, the clues that were coming in from Spirit about who this person is, they're going to be extremely magnetic, okay? A little bit mysterious, a little bit mysterious here, and definitely like you'll feel this soul deep familiarity with them, right? You're going to recognize them by the undeniable chemistry, the intuitive signs that will keep popping up, and the fact that you're going to feel yourself like finally able to put your sword down, okay? So they're not just like love in the moment. This is love with staying power, okay? And I'm really here for it. I'm here for it because I can see that you've been through the most and you deserve to have something this beautiful coming into your life. And so, yeah, I mean, if this message finds you, this is already on its way. And I have to say that, okay? So if you want to connect to the energy and claim it, go for it. Go for it, bestie. You can do so by, claiming it in the comments, or even just, you can hype up this reading, or you can like the reading. I'm not sure if the hype up option is going to be there for you, but if you see it, go for it. Let's move on though, because I want to know what shifts are happening right now as you're tuning in right now in your life that are literally pulling this love closer to you. Okay, so let's talk about that. What shifts are happening right now that are pulling this love closer to you? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have strength, nice to see. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, I can see something developing here. Yeah, this is your glow up story arc. Okay, because then we have the Nine of Pentacles followed by the Fool under the deck. Wow. Spirit is spilling it all out for us right here, bestie. The shifts happening in your life right now are all about balance and self-respect, okay? With the Six of Pentacles, like you're no longer pouring into people who can't or won't pour back into you, okay? So that overgiving energy is done, okay? You're finally giving yourself the kindness and the compassion and the care that you used to hand out to everyone else, right? And strength shows me that you've really tamed your own inner doubts. So, you're not letting old wounds or fears run the show anymore, right? You're not doing that. Instead, you're really holding space for yourself with grace, okay? And yeah, I mean, the Five of Cups is here because the grief that you felt was really this necessary part of the journey, believe it or not. Like, obviously, you've mourned a relationship that was never going to give you what you truly deserved. But that grief actually cracked you open, and it did so in in the best possible way. Okay, because now with the Nine of Pentacles, I mean, you are in this independent glow up era. Okay, bestie, you're secure, you're grounded, and really you're thriving on your own terms. Okay, so it doesn't feel like you're desperate for love. It feels like you're really magnetic because you're happy with where you are. Okay. And under the deck, the Fool is basically saying, look, that baggage is gone, okay? This new journey, it's super fresh. You're ready. Like I said, you've unpacked all your bags, like all your baggage. You're not carrying it anymore. You're very light. You're very carefree in this moment, and you're ready to step into this whole new chapter of love with an open heart, right? And a very clear soul, right? And so I feel like that's why this next love is so much closer than you think. And it's because like you've already cleared the space for it, right? So the shift that's pulling them closer, I mean, you've really finally stepped into your power here, okay? You've balanced your energy, you've honored your grief, and you've really risen into this Nine of Pentacles glow, right? You're healed, you're radiant, and really you are ready to leap forward, okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I do want to go back a little bit because Spirit is really wanting to acknowledge this process and the journey that brought you to this moment, because this is really what it's all about. I want to know the karmic lesson or past heartbreak, how it's finally closed, right? So that you can make space for this connection if you are maybe just on the cusp or you're not completely in this moment quite yet as you're tuning in. You're close, right? So what karmic lesson or past heartbreak is finally closing out for those of you who are in the process of making space for this new connection. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And the Three of Cups. What's this? Seven of Wands. Oh, this one wants to come out too. Nine of Wands. And what's at the bottom of the deck here? We have the King of Swords. Okay, let me tune into this one. Okay, bestie, Spirit's just confirming here that, we're really acknowledging two different timelines in our collective, right? We talked about the timeline here who, you are just absolutely ready, right? You've already closed out, you've already done all the healing and everything. You're ready, right? You're absolutely ready. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like, for others of you, the karmic cycle, it is turning. The tides are turning here. So whether you're fully glowing up or you're still pushing through this last layer of heartbreak, things are moving, right? We have movement here. There's fate. Everything's happening as it should be. And the old chapter is officially closing out for you. Okay. So the Three of Cups is here to really remind you that joy isn't just possible. It's absolutely promised for you. Like Spirit really wants you celebrating life again and really feeling good in your own skin and reconnecting with people and your passions and the things that really make you feel alive, right? And so moving forward, we have the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands. It tells me that some of you are still in the, kind of holding the line energy. Maybe you're still defending your peace, and you could still be a little bit battle worn from what you've recently gone through. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. Healing isn't linear, okay? But it's basically saying here, like, you're so much stronger than you think, and you are closer than ever to finally breaking free from some of these karmic loops that have been happening in your world and in your love life, okay? Underneath it all, we have this King of Swords, and it's giving us clarity, right? It's giving us clarity. That karmic lesson, the karmic lesson that you've been going through was really all about discernment, okay? Learning to see through illusions and cutting off the patterns and people who really don't align with your truth, okay? And very much stepping forward with wisdom, okay? So whether you're fully in your Nine of Pentacles era, or still shaking off the dust from the heartbreak, this door is swinging shut on the past, right? And Spirit is clearing the stage so this next love can absolutely walk in the door, right? So I want to know, how is this next love going to change the way, not just your life, but I want to focus on you for a second. I want to know, like, how is it going to change the way you see yourself, your worth, your future, Let's find out a little bit more about that. We do have the Magician. Nice. Oh, what a beautiful energy to tune into, honestly. The Hermit. I'm here for this. I really am. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. So many major arcanas. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Bestie, I feel like we're going to be bringing this all full circle here, because Spirit saying super loud and clear that, with the Magician coming up, like, you're no longer this, like, passive participant in your love story, okay? In your love life. Like, you're not waiting around and hoping that someone's going to pick you, okay? You're actively creating the future that you want, right? So this energy is really all about stepping into your power and realizing, like, you've already got all the tools, right, at your disposal here. You've got wisdom and your self-worth and, your healed heart and your intuition. You're really manifesting from this place of confidence now, and definitely not from a place of fear, okay, or lack. And with the Hermit, I mean, Spirit's really acknowledging the inner work that you've done, okay? So I feel like you've really spent a lot of time being single. Perhaps, like, you've even been, like, reflecting and journaling, or maybe even just pulling back your energy from people who friggin' never deserved it in the first place, right? So Spirit saying that time alone wasn't wasted. Like, it's exactly what prepared you to know yourself so deeply that when this new love does arrive, you're going to know instantly what's real and what's not. Okay, so very powerful inner work that you've been doing. And of course, the Eight of Pentacles kind of just hammers that point home, right? Like, you've been putting in the work, and not just on healing, but also, like, in your real life. Okay, so you could have been focusing on, like, your career, maybe learning new skills, or really building up your financial independence with this energy here. And Spirit saying, like, all of this effort, okay, is paying off. It's paying off, and it's part of what makes you so magnetic to the right person, right? Someone who admires your drive, your growth, your glow, someone who isn't intimidated by your ambition, okay? And then here, I love this. We have the Page of Cups. It's the sweetest energy of new love, right? So this is the butterflies and the excitement and, the texts that come in and make you smile at your phone. It's the, those little gestures that really remind you that romance isn't dead, okay? So it's a fresh start that you have earned, Bestie, okay? This person's really going to see you with fresh eyes, okay? And not through the lens of your past, okay? So they'll want to explore every little detail about you. And I love the Hierophant under the deck, because this is Spirit's way of saying, like, this next relationship, this new love coming in is not fleeting, right? This has potential for real commitment, like, not only real commitment, but, like, shared values and something that will actually last. Okay. So for some of you, this could even be like spouse energy. Okay. If you are into traditional marriage. And I see that perhaps some of you are, right? That's what the Hierophant can represent. So, how is this next chapter in your love story, going to change you? I just feel like it's really going to affirm everything that you've worked so hard to build, right? Your strength, your independence, your self-worth, okay? So instead of questioning your value, you're going to feel even more confident, even more seen, and even more empowered. So I'm like I said, I'm here for this. I'm loving it. This connection is really going to feel like proof that the universe is rewarding your growth, okay? But Bestie, Spirit here has only been giving us the outline, right? And if you're like me, if you're nosy AF and you want the tea, I want to know who is this person really? What have they been through in their own life, right? That makes them so ready for you. Um, Also, I want to know what will this relationship actually look like day to day, how they're going to feel about you, what they love most about you. And that is going to be the area we're going to dive into in the extended if you're here for it, because I do feel like this next chapter is going to be much bigger than you think. So again, if you're here for it, awesome. The link will be pinned to the top of the comments. And of course, I always appreciate your energy exchange and the support for the work that I do. If you want to see more readings on the new things that are coming into your world, just let me know in the comments as well. I read every comment. I try to give you all hearts, and I super appreciate all of the energy exchange that you are able to give, whether it's a like, a comment, or just simply hitting that subscribe button to join our tribe full of amazing humans all over the world. Okay, you're in good company here. I just have to say that. So I'm going to leave it at that. And we're going to pop over into the extended, or I will see you in the next reading, Bestie. I hope you have a fantastic day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you soon. All right, besties, welcome to the extended. Thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for your energy exchange. It really means the world to me. So let's just dive right into it, because I want to know more details about this person. I really do. Who is this person really? What have they been through? What have they been through in their own life as well that has really shape them into this partner that spirit is really sending to you. So let's find out a deep dive on this person. We have the Star. I like it. Ooh, the 10 of Pentacles. Already, that's really nice here. We do have the 7 of Cups. We have the 4. Oh, I like this. Okay. We have the 4 of Swords, and then Judgment, but I do still have to peek at what is under the deck, because I need to know. We have the Queen of Wands. All right. And just a little bit of a notable mention, the 5 of Pentacles. I do feel like that gives us a little bit more depth. So I'm going to pop it right here. Oh my gosh, we're getting a whole story. Okay. And I just want you to see that. Okay. So, wow. Okay. So let's get into the tea about who this person actually is. All right.